For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Chukwukika may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, Chukwukika unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children IPOB to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O Mighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if Elohim can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech Elohim because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever.
Mothers, where is our son? Ndane, ebe ka nwanyi nwoke Hamadike Nnamdi Okwukalo no. Ya ko mu nwanyi niile na ala Biafra gburugburu na ajụ n'ụbọchị taa. Ebe ka unu dosara Nnamdi Okwukalo. Ọ dị ndụ dọpụtara na ya. Anyị chọrọ ime ebe nwanyi no. We want to see our son. Oh, Chukwu okike abịa. Ndị Igbo tụrụ ilu si asọkata eze anya eburu kata n'isi gwa ya oge ahụ eruola mgbe anyị ga-ejipụta n'igwe wee wenara ihe ahụ nke ruru anyị. Ọ pụtara na anyị nwa anyị, we need our son. Bring out our son. Bịa nụrụ olu anyị, Chukwu okike abịa, ekwela ka ihere mee anyị. Bịa nụrụ olu anyị o. gwacha n'ebe o nụrụ ọlụ anyị o n'ụwa be n'uwe tie nụrụ ọlụ anyị o ka Delta steeti n'ebe nụrụ ọlụ anyị o Bayelsa tie o nweghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu o nweghị mgbe ike onyiro ga-akarị ike Chukwu nna m nụrụ n'o Chukwu okike nụrụ n'olu anyị o Daddy biko chi anyị na-efe nụrụ olu anyị o nụrụ olu anyị o Edo Steeti ebe o nụrụ olu anyị o Akwa Ibom etie nụrụ olu anyị o Cross River ebe nụrụ olu anyị o ka Biafra niile na-ekwu eze m nụrụ Chukwu okike nụrụ olu anyị o eze nụrụ chi anyị na-efe nụrụ olu anyị o Hawa ochime arịrị egbu amụ Hawa ochimu icha amanya mmiri Chukwu okike abịa ma akwa gị ka m na-ekpesara o afọ mụrụ ọmụmụ ya ka m na-eti ewu ekekere ụwa nụrụ n'olu m onye na-eme mma nụrụ n'akwa Chukwu okike abịa ma chikere ihe niile akwa gị kere eke gụnwa kere orie gụnwa kere afọ gụnwa kere nkwọ anyị niile bụ ụmụ nwaanyị Biafra niile n'ala Igbo niile gbaa gburugburu n'ebe na-eti ị ga-ekwe ka ụwa juo anya ọnụ ị ga-ekwe ka ike mmadụ karịa gị maọbụ ike gị bụ Chukwu okike abịa ma anyị kwere na ka ọnwa gị bụ Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-edupụtara anyị nwa anyị ọnụ hapụ nwa na-adịghị ihe o mere ụnụ hapụrụ anyị nwa anyị biko ụnụ gbasara anyị ozi ya n'ala Biafra niile gbaa gburugburu ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ
Yeah, good evening, fellow comrade and lovers of freedom. This is Biafra Alpha Power Media International, and we're reaching you out from United Kingdom. My name's Mazi George is Umeh. I reside here in UK as one of the principal servants of indigenous people of Biafra here in United Kingdom. And today is the 23rd day, year of our Lord, March 2024, and it's approximately 15 minutes on top of the hour here in United Kingdom. This evening, like I rightly said on the flyer, it's going to be a little bit of a marathon this evening. The outcomes of the court proceedings at the Federal High Court on the 19th, and the voice of the lion himself. We're definitely going to break them down into a layman perspective. And I have with me in studio here the Italian National Coordinator, Mazi Umeh, which I'm going to bring him in a nutshell. Before I bring him in, just want to give my monologue before I move forward, just to show you the background of what we are going to do this evening. This evening, we are going to throw light on what outcomes or what happened. Excuse me, the proceeding itself, we have the audio, but presumably I wanted to play it earlier on, but I said I will do it probably tomorrow. I will stream it again on all our platforms, social media. To this evening, what we're going to do this evening is very, very simple, because we have so many questions, especially on social media, which is the platform for everybody to air their own personal views. Now, our Biafra radio is there to avoidance of doubt. This is Alpha Power Media. It's subsidiary, but it's not our mother station, which is This is where we lay things to bear to a layman perspective to ourselves, they call critical analysis. And I happen to be the one anchoring it. Now, this evening, I'm going to give you a background of what has transpired within the legal team of IPOB, and I will detail it to you from the onset, which I've done a couple programs in the past. But because of Onyendu have spoken, which the whole world can attest to it, there's so many things that happened in the past, some of us has forgotten. But I'm here this evening to remind you. The purpose of this program probably is going to go up to 2 hours. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to bring Mazi Umeh with me here. So I will indulge you to share it. There's some people, they don't share the program, they don't click, they watch it. We understand how all this thing works. It doesn't bother us. But the most important thing is that the message has been sent out. This message is going to the both sides of the aisle. Those that are against Mazi Umeh, if you found yourself being an autopilot, if you choose to be an idiot, if you choose to be underdogs without knowing who you are, then I'm going to educate you a little bit tonight. And I'm going to remind you, I will backtrack a little bit to show you what has transpired before, because we are, how people thrive in life or countries, civilized world build is that they always fall back to the case studies. So in IPOB, before we do anything, we have to fall back to the case study of IPOB 2015, 16, 17. You cannot get away to do anything in IPOB without referencing what happened back then. And nothing has changed. So far as I'm concerned, and as it may be, some of you that had Mazi Umeh's voice and see him physically, which I'm going to explain tonight to you, because I know some of you are very, very naive. I'm going to be very fair tonight. So tonight is going to be like fun. I'm going to have fun, laugh over things, because most importantly, our leader is not in the best shape, not in the best position, being confined in DSS dungeon. It's going to June now is going to be 3 months. It's going to be 3 years that our leader has put behind bars under solitary confinement. So the purpose of this particular program tonight is to clarify a lot of doubts and some confusions, and people that are assuming. The most dangerous thing in the world is when you assume. Assumption is the mother of all, killer, because this is what has been going on for the past 3 years. People has been lied against our leader. They don't want him to speak to the press. They have strived for information. Those that are doing it before, they were thriving with it. But the case has changed. So now we are here to help you and educate you a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I will bring Mazi Umeh in for him to introduce himself, and before I start what I want to do. Mazi Umeh, welcome to the studio. Good evening from here. Mazi, introduce yourself, please.
Mazi Umeh.
Mazi.
May Chukwu bless you abundantly.
Thank you. Welcome you to the studio this morning. Introduce yourself. Biafra need to know who you are.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom around the world. My name is Romanus Obichukwu Kamado Ogro. I serve indigenous people of Biafra in the capacity of National Coordinator of Italy, under the leadership of Mazi Umeh Kanu, no any other person. And we are here tonight, as our uncle said, Mazi Umeh, we are going to educate some people who have chosen to be on the fence, and those who think that they have known it all. But unfortunately to them, they are even at the back door. They are not even in the room. So stay tuned.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you very much for that. And before not wasting much of our time, now, before I start to play some couple audios on the part, because I had some questions. People has asked some fundamental questions, and I put it up the other day on my personal Facebook page, and it's George Umeh, and some people were asking questions. There's some distinction I want to make here tonight concerning the Lego team. It's not wishful thinking. And we saw the difference between the 26th of February and the 19th of March. And you could see the gap and the space of time that we actually have time when they adjourn the case in court. Now, that's something I want to specify here to some of you who do not know. Now, Onyendu was brought back in the zoo on the 29th of July 2021 and brought to court without Onyendu having a lawyer, we could put it that way, and he was arraigned. And again, they adjourned it to the 21st of October 2021. And that was the time Ejiofor actually met Onyendu. So when he starts from 29th of July till October 21st, Ejiofor never gets in contact with Mazi Umeh. He never see Onyendu in the DSS dungeon, which Ejimako met Onyendu and he granted press release, which I played the other day when I was doing program in Biafra Radio. I'm giving you date, and I can see the every time. Okay, from that 21st of October 2021, then I join it again, right? They adjourn it again to 16th of February 2022. On that 16th, they move it again. No, they move it they move it to 10th of, what is it called? November 2022. 2022. They move it first of all 16th from 16th of February 2022. Then they adjourned it again till now 10th of, what is it called? November 2022. So you could see the gap is about 7 months interval within this adjourn. They adjourned it to 16th to April. Before now, they move it almost 6 months, which what is it called? This man came out and said that they checked in their calendar, it was peaceful full, and they gave them, I think it was on 22nd of April. And that 22nd, and that April failed, and April now to 10th of November 2022. And you could see every other adjournment was like 3 months, 4 months interval on this course of almost 3 years that they have been doing this. And don't forget that even when they had that particular incident, Ejiofor arranged with the DSS not to bring Onyendu to court. That's the reason why Bintanyako now adjourned the case. You know, she adjourned that case, and because Ejiofor did not, he and DSS claiming that the logistics, this is what has been happening because they don't want Onyendu to have contact with anybody. And I just want to make this clarification, people to understand. And now let's come back to now, since Ejimako become the lead counsel of Onyendu and IPOB. And we have a case on the 26th of February. After February to 19th is barely 4 weeks, right? Now we have appeared on the 19th, all the things that happened, we know the story which we're going to talk about. Now they have now adjourned it to the 17th of April, which because of the Easter holiday, and arguably you could see the gap and the difference because none of us has had any argument in the court. What has been happening all this while is that Ejiofor was doing it and Ezekome came in and joined the force. All of them was working in the part of the zoo. That's why Ezekome said that he wouldn't want to disgrace, he doesn't like to disgrace a fellow lawyer. And I don't understand how you would make such comment in national television and you call yourself a son. When you found flaws from your opponent, why would you now don't use it against that individual? And we'll talk about the award that he got from the so-called dead Buhari and all that. So, but we're giving this background. I'm laying this background for some people to understand. And now, before I'm going to move to what I want to say, and now I want to answer the question of the people asking. I want you to mention one case that the Ejiofor and Ezekome won. The one they won, they violated it because they stole it, and the reason being, which I'm going to tell you the reason why that particular case was stole. And based on what? Based on extraordinary rendition at the end of the day, because the Ejiofor didn't even understand what it was. Now, the cases that have won by Aloy Ejimako, which is there for you to know, even the Americans, they quoted it, even Bruce Fame. African Union, 18th of March 2018. Aba High Court, 19th of January 2022. Federal High Court, Omaya, 26th of October 2022. Enugu High Court, 26th of October 2023. This is event that happened now. Not that Ejimako was suing the Nigerian government for burgling his house. No, these are cases that won, that is out there. And Onion was awarded money on all this, but it's not the money we're talking about. We're talking about physical things, you know. I said it from the onset. It is not about competition. Ejimako and Ejiofor are not equal. And those people that claim to be Sam, all these things are ceremonial because Ezekome himself don't even know what he was doing. Don't get me wrong. He was paid $80,000 and at the same time he sold to Buhari. Now, Ejiofor said that, I want to read a paragraph that had something I want to read here. He said on his own writing up, I think on paragraph 8, he said, it should be noted that I have provided diligent and pro bono professional service to mean that he's been working for IPOB. I will use it for free or charity. For IPOB, you know, service to member of IPOB peaceful movement, and I have repeatedly challenged anyone who claim otherwise to provide evidence of payment for my legal services, but none has been presented till date. Ejiofor, and after this, because I made a program before you wrote this junk, up to now, have not come and told us, Ejiofor, did you receive $19,000 from Bia Foundation? You have not answered that question. And to be clear, Ejiofor never has he got any IPOB member out of prison without being paid for. It was state managed. What was happening that Ejiofor, our people will be arrested. Ejiofor is one bargaining with the so-called judge and DSS. At the end of the day, this money, just like they're saying that they're paying 500 million, whatever, anytime when they come to court, they're sharing the money. That is how he got it. Only said it open that they arrest our people. Is on ransom. We've been paying ransom. It is not that they won't case in any shape or form. Because Ejiofor, can I remind you, because I want to make it clear, what about your cook? Where is your cook? If we may ask Ejiofor, DSS, your cook Ejiofor, Ugochukwu Lawrence, is still in DSS dungeon. You could not get him out, and he's talking about getting IPOB members out. So I just want to remind all this thing here before I'm going to move forward. Another thing again, because the reason why I want to clarify is I want something's going to hold me up. And something you must know, because when people talking about Ifeanyi Ejiofor sworn an affidavit, yeah? There's a particular, and I have it on audio, I'm going to make it available for you guys to read, especially all this cabal, you know what I mean? And it is very, very succinctly put on this particular press release. I call it IPOB press release because if you go in opening paragraph of the counter affidavit, deposed by Barrister C. Ejiofor and filed by him and Chief Mike Aboda Abba Ezekome Barrister, stated, and I quote, I, Sir Ifeanyi Ejiofor Esquire, male adult Christian Nigerian citizen of number 29 Kimowa Street, Uso, Zone 7, Abuja, do hereby make an oath statement following that I am a participant, I'm a principal partner of IC Ejiofor and Co. Briefed by the respondent to prosecute the instant appeal on his behalf with the legal counsel, Mike Ezekome. Now, Ejiofor was when Ejiofor sworn an oath for his client. Have you ever heard of such blunder before? The reason why this particular matter was told was because Ifeanyi Ejiofor went and sworn an affidavit for Onyendu. And I will read on the number 7, stating that the main reason why, virtually the only reason for granting the stay, the Court of Appeal stayed, and I quote, on the issue of the special circumstances that the appellant has detailed in his affidavits in support fact that shows special circumstances, the counter affidavits filed to rebut this fact are linked with the hearsay, which could not be rebutted. The sole fact placed on to the in act of special circumstances positively justify that the grant of this application under the section 131 bracket 1 of the evidence of the act of 2001, whoever desire and any court to give judgment as a legal right or liability dependent on existence of the fact that which said shall provide that those facts existed. If he failed to do so, now, in this case, see the CPC versus NIC 2021 and the counter affidavits despondent disposed in paragraph 4. So all this, I'm not going to read going further, but this is where we have the issue about Ejiofor going further to do something that made them tell Onyendu's, bail that they're giving our leader. So the reason why I'm reading this to let some of you who are still confused understand why we are here, why we went back to Federal High Court. And if we see Bintayaku, even when the court section now, when he was heated, because we have the transcript of that particular proceeding, she have not encountered such before, because what happened was they have a pre-section before the main court comes up. Nobody saw what they do. All they do is that they go at the back door and talk and get enjoyment. Onyendum will not be there. People don't know what happened. No press is allowed. This is what has been going on for almost 2.5 years. But now that the Ejimako has taken over, we saw what happened on court on the 19th. And it was obvious because she's quoting law, but she's breaking the law because she couldn't. Why would she revoke Onyendu's bail while they know what happened in our leader's house? And they granted them that. And that was one of the things they concocted for them to be able to kidnap Onyendu in Kenya, in quote that Onyendu was a terrorist. And the Supreme Court has overruled that. All she needs to do is to reverse it back. There's no need. We all know what is going on that is political, but I will rest it there. The reason why I put this particular background is so some of you that are confused to not being confused. Ejiofor and Ezekome did a very dangerous thing to our leader, and we all must understand that it's not about me or anybody, but we're just giving you the facts. Going forward, I just want to, let's listen to Ejimako. There's 2 couple interview he granted. We will listen to that interview, and before we come down to our leader, I was just giving you background of Ejiofor. Then from there, we're going to go down to the interviews before we come to our leader. That's how we're going to go through this tonight.
National.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media and members of the public, I think it's very necessary that we make very clear what happened in court today. We do not want to call it a travesty of justice because of the respect we have for the judiciary, but we are utterly disappointed that today bail was refused. On what grounds? The Supreme Court on 15 December criticized very severely the revocation of Mazi Umeh's bail. In several pages, which we are going to make available to the media, at pages 19, 20, and 21 of Justice Agem's judgment, he even suggested that the impartiality of the trial court in revoking Nnamdi Kanu's bail is suspect. We didn't mind all of that, but see, we made an application, a fresh application, to my Lord, urging her to exercise discretion to restore Nnamdi Kanu's bail. She refused it without any reason whatsoever. And then we made a second application to accentuate the need for this bail application, pointing to the enormous challenges we face as defense counsel in consulting with Nnamdi Kanu privately and confidentially at the detention facility of the DSS headquarters in Abuja. We are only allowed 30 minutes each as counsel on only Mondays and Thursdays for a cumulative period of 2 hours, twice a week, to consult with him separately. And the federal government is feasting to have an accelerated trial. Yes, we too want an accelerated trial, but we have to have it under an environment that respects Section 36, sub 6, B and C.
of the Nigerian Constitution is all about fair hearing. It goes to the ground norm. It goes to the basic norms of the society that you must hear the other side. And to hear the other side, he has to have an adequate facility to prepare his defense and to consult with his lawyers. It's the Constitution that said it. It's not us that said it. So we came to my Lord with an application and said, listen, it's impossible for us to conduct this trial under this atmosphere of interference with his right to counsel. They eavesdrop on our conversations. In the little cubicle room of 10 by 10 where we consult with Mazi Umeh, they have secret listening devices and secret photographic and videographic devices. They listen to our conversations secretly, they take our secret photographs, and we adduce this evidence before my Lord. They confiscate our legal documents. They don't allow us to take notes. Pray. You may be lay men and lay women. The general public may not be lawyers, but is this fair? How can you have trial under circumstances like this? It's not possible. So we are not stalling. It is the federal government that is stalling. We can't take notes. So what is the essence of it? We cannot prepare him adequately. We cannot talk with him. We whisper. We put our lips to his ear. We talk sotto voce, and so on and so forth. So this is the essence. This is what happened in court today, where justice was turned upside down when our two applications.
Yeah, this is very, very important that we listen to our lead counsel, because he's passionate and he's very professional on his approach. And the reason why I know a lot of people, this is online, people have listened to this, but it's very important we analyze it, because that's exactly what we say. What we saw is travesty. There's no justice. Even Bintayako in herself, we have the transcript here. We're going to stream it later. But at the end of the day, there's a different, dimension that things went that she has not seen before. It wasn't as business as usual. Everything has been scrutinized and questioned, and has made it abundantly to the press. And this is the interview that they granted immediately after that court section. And I'm going to play the interview that he granted again with AI.
Thank you for joining us on AI.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Now, quickly, is Nnamdi Kanu trying to mock the system, the judicial system, by impressing his relevance on peace in the Southeast?
Yes. First of all, we're happy that for the first time since he was renditioned in 2021 and detained, yesterday was the first time he had a full opportunity, ample opportunity to speak to the media. It's been us lawyers speaking for him. So it was the turning point, the next big thing that happened yesterday that he spoke to.
I'm going to stop here. And this is one thing people didn't realize what actually transpired. Onyendu to speak. Onyendu, now we are in March, April, May, June. It's going to be 3 good years. My leader was kidnapped. And Mazi Umeh Kanu have been in DSS dungeon for almost 29 months. The only time we had Onyendu voice was when Onyendu spoke in court, stifling that he wants peace to reign in Biafra land. And that was it. Never any time again Onyendu has ever been given privilege to speak in the court. People didn't know what happened. And because Onyendu has spoken, and our lead counsel now made it clear, because that is the key. Our leader's voice carries weight. Everybody must listen when Onyendu speak. Pin will not drop when our leader speak, but they stifled that voice for almost 30 months. It was historically for all of us to see our leader speak in a session, come out and address the press. We never had that before. In the space of 1 month, things change. This is one of the sabotage. Very, very important.
To the media, and he made himself very clear. And I'm happy Nigerians listening to him, and they've heard what he had to say about insecurity in the Southeast, which is key to what happened in court yesterday that made us very unhappy. Everybody else knows this except the presiding judge. This was one of the reasons why we had to bring a fresh application for his bail. in order to see how we can, through the process of court, assist in combating or containing that insecurity in Southeast.
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu has called for violence in the past on his Radio Biafra platform, so on both security persons and citizens alike. So why the turnaround saying that if he gets bail, he can assure that there will be peace in the
No,
Southeast?
you are totally wrong. He never called for violence. He called for self-defense.
Because we can clearly see that you can in 2020 the NSAS protest. If you Google it now, you can get that information on where he called for an attack on the governor Sanwo-Olu and some other.
No, I recall an interview he did with the Ovation magazine.
Dele Momodu. But the thing is, I want to chip in on this particular thing, because you look at the guy himself, don't even know what he's talking about. He's quoting. They say you can Google it. You can Google something, they don't have facts with you. You're a journalist. You shouldn't ask him to go and Google. You should be the one reading it to him if you're sure. But it's Dele Momodu has an interview with Onyendu, and Onyendu made it abundantly clear, because they brought tribalism and nepotism within the NSAS, and that was why the NSAS died natural death. I will allow him to continue.
Publisher, what's his name again? Ovation magazine publisher. That was an interview he did with him. I remember his name before we finished. He did an interview because of what you just said, the misunderstanding, the misconception, the misrepresentation of what he had said during NSAS. So he clarified himself. He was calling for self-defense of the Southeast, and for people to employ self-defense to defend themselves against those that are living the insecurity in the country.
Okay, so let's just say, okay, if his intentions are genuine, how does he hope to achieve this peace?
Well, his personality, force of personality, is sufficient. He's a man with millions of followers. His voice is very strong in this country. He cannot take that away from him. His sheer force of character, his charisma, and his capacity to rally people to do the right thing, those things are key to combating this insecurity, and he can do it.
He clearly does have a lot of supporters, and some of his supporters are complicit in asking for violence, preaching violence. People like Sam Epa. What's your take on that?
Mazi Umeh has been in detention since 2021, and they are trying to make him responsible for what is happening out there.
The reason why we have this program is to break it down. Barrister Aloy Ejimako is absolute, he's like he said, he trained in US, so he's a different kettle of fish. And his answer to this young man, because the guy was acting on the script, he was looking to whatever he's written. And firstly, I'm going to allow Barrister Ejimako to answer him, then I will backtrack to it, because he has done this before, even called a press conference and said that my client said. And there's a legal document that back all these things up that we don't have to go back into it, but they want to divert attention. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow him to speak. After he finishes, then I will bring it back.
That he doesn't have anything to do with. He cannot be guilty by association.
Okay. Let's get back to the beginning.
And
As he's incarcerated now,
hold on. The people that you assuming to be his supporters, some are genuine, some are not. Some are credible, some are not. You cannot attribute anybody to Mazi Umeh to say he's a supporter.
Okay. There have been violence. There have been violence perpetrated in the Southeast, and there have been links to his continued detention. So, how can you say that these supporters are not his supporters, or they are not?
Okay.
And even if they are not his supporters, as he's incarcerated, his supporters are not listening to him. So, how are we sure that him getting bail will mean that his supporters?
Okay, you are attributing what people say, what people do to Mazi Umeh out there. It's very unfair. He spoke up for himself yesterday. He said he's not in support of any violence and criminality, and I think he should be taken at his word. The witch cried at night and the baby died in the morning doesn't necessarily mean that the witch killed the baby. So if somebody says, oh, I'm involved in violence because I'm Nnamdi Kanu's supporter, you take it at face value, is unfair and is being disingenuous. At the same time, I think it's what Nnamdi Kanu says. If he claims such a person for himself, if he supports what that person is doing, then you can attribute it to him, but not as he did it. And he made it clear yesterday that he doesn't.
Oh, okay. So the sit-at-home position in the southeast is bleeding the country. What is Nnamdi Kanu's position on this?
He did not speak to it yesterday, but there's something you need to understand. There are millions of people in the southeast that are not happy with Nnamdi Kanu's detention. It has gone beyond IPOB. The entire southeast is roiling. Igbos are not happy. He's being detained illegally. You should know that since 2021. Millions of people are not happy, and if they react by sitting at home on Mondays, you cannot go and drag them out of their houses. In the past, he had made it clear to the public that he no longer wished anybody to sit at home for him. But if people volunteer on their own to sit at home on Mondays to put pressure for his release, you shouldn't blame them, and you shouldn't blame Nnamdi Kanu either. It underscores his popularity, and it also underscores the manifest injustice that has been done to him.
So he doesn't support Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't support Sam Ekpa. Is that what you are saying? That Sam Ekpa is not his supporter, and he's not a supporter of Sam Ekpa?
This interview was scheduled impromptu, and I had to rush to come in here. I didn't come in here to discuss Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. I thought, okay, fine. I thought I was coming here to discuss legalities. I'm Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsel. I'm waiting for you to ask me questions about the injustice being done to Nnamdi Kanu, and you're asking me other questions. I don't think I should.
Yes, a very professional. Ejimako is, like I said, that is the best thing that have happened to our lead counsel. Now, I'm going to start with this particular memo. For some of you that are naive, and some of you who doesn't know our leaders' modus operandi or IPOB. I said we cannot do anything or talk about anything without referencing what happened on 2015, 16, 17, 18. That is our case study. On this memo that is official, Nnemeka is still there. It's still in our illegal council. It's official. It says the number one to do to DOS, Directorate of State, Administrative of IPOB. He said DOS is forbidden from responding to Simon Ekpa no matter what, full stop. I was looking for, I think I have that written note, which everybody knew about the written note. I had it, but I think I mistakenly, I didn't put it on the studio. I didn't put it on my files here. I'm not going to search it because I just brought my iPad out. I'm not going to go into it because I know everybody knows. But I want to address the issue of Simon Ekpa before Onyendu. Onyendu is going to talk about, Onyendu never mentioned anybody's name, but because this is what they want to run with. Even the Simon himself, themselves trying to overrate themselves, but I'm going to break it down tonight to a layman perspective, like I said. Now, Onyendu have got nothing to address personally to Simon Ekpa. That's number one. And the way Ejimako treated this, Ejimako, I have interview, press conference Ejimako passed when he went and actually, when he brought that particular written note, gave to Simon Ekpa refused to follow the instruction from Onyendu because Onyendu ordered him to go to his platform and say what he asked him to do. Simon never did it. That is where, by that time, of that time, we were after Simon because Simon actually come out to challenge our leader. Simon has no legal, he hasn't got any duty of care within IPOB because he's not a member of IPOB. He's a Biafran and he's doing what he's doing on his own. But because he was begging, he was holding himself, on the bandwagon on our leader. That's why we have a problem mentioning Mazi Umeh, which is still doing fundraising. Mazi Umeh picture has to be there. Now he have disassociated himself with Onyendu. But what I'm saying to you this evening is this: Onyendu will never mention Simon Ekpa. Even if we need to come out tomorrow, go and mark my words somewhere. Simon Ekpa overrated himself. Onyendu will come to Finland to see him as who? This is the things. This is where he messed himself up as well. And when it comes to legal team, he has got nothing to do with the legal team. Very, very important. is here. And the written note Onyendu sent to Simon, Simon never acted upon it. Onyendu made a general statement. And I thank God that our lead counsel addressed this guy. It's very, very obvious. Now, I'm going to allow Onyendu to speak, and before I will continue to narrate this. But I want to remind you where Onyendu have treated this issue. To Nemeka, to DOS, to IPOB, because anything that comes to DOS go to IPOB worldwide. It's a message to all of us. Before this memo was made public, it was directed to DOS. Before DOS cannot manage themselves. That is why the official document that was sent to them made public, because they could not act upon what they've asked them to do. The reason why this memo came out to public is because of Chike doesn't fail to do what it's supposed to do. Now, Onyendu made a general statement. You don't need to section, because including Simon Ekpa, that is claiming that his Onyendu's disciple have disobeyed Mazi directly. Because of that written note was sent to him by the lawyers. He confirmed that he communicated with them. Very, very important. I want you to understand where we're coming from this evening. That's why I say I'm going to break it down to a layman perspective. This time, nobody, like I can say, you cannot steal from somebody that is looking. You can't do that. Not anymore. That's no, you can do you or whatever you're doing, but not on that man's name or legal team. It's not going to wash. I'm going to stop here now before we bring our leader's voice in. Very, very important that we all understand. And I'm going to bring Onyendu because I have a lot of things I'm going to flash on the screen anyway. Let's listen to Onyendu because it's very, very important.
Fast one. Yes. I'm not relaxed until we get absolute and total. I'm not relaxed. We know the law. My team here, they are more than perfect. They know what to do, and that's okay.
You know, those people that were reading Onyendu's body language on the last court, they are not saying anything. Mazi, you know, I want. This is where you come in now. Yeah, Mazi Ogro. Because once Onyendu finish talking, then I'm going to bring you in to give your own perspective. Now, I want us to read our leader's body language here and what he said to the legal team. And this is the first time we see Onyendu actually have that communication, you know, within his legal team. Can see his sincerity, not being barricaded or lied to. Very, very important. I want you to understand those that were in his body language when someone wants to choke his hand, they are not saying anything now. They are not talking.
We're going to prevail ultimately because justice must prevail.
He's still in the dog.
The court also
We'll give you a woman from Southeast.
depending on the strength of the argument. They are using it to do experiment against SSL. Exactly. I don't see there is no way we're not allowed that to happen. My rights must be for justice. Yes. My right to fair hearing must be observed.
They brought him to Kenya into this dog and allowed him to talk without his lawyer.
And he's always fighting for justice.
Yes. I have congenital heart failure. Congestive heart failure is called. From the medication, you can tell. So they're basically trying to keep me alive. So when they calculate that I'm about to give up, that my heart's about to pack up, they will now say go. So when I go outside, I will die outside. That's what they're trying to do.
The medications they've been giving to you,
yes. It's not working. If it's working, why would I have all these lumps underneath my...
And he has written a petition to the Nigerian Medical Association where they brought one quack doctor, somebody who is not a doctor, to treat him.
To come and try and treat him.
But up to now, they have nobody.
They don't know what they're doing. And they know they don't know what they're doing. Or else, why would I have this?
As long as it remains in the SS custody, there will be no trial.
He's seeking for a non-custodial arrangement by the court. Because, exactly, I don't mind house arrest. Because I'll defeat them. In this court, I'll defeat the government of Nigeria. Yeah. The whole world will see it. Where is the treasonable felon? Where is it? All these years, journalists are having treasonable treason. What is treason today? It's gone. It's not where this terrorism charge will go. I'm thinking of another capital offense that can charge me. Maybe, I don't know, impregnating the wife of somebody. I don't know. The federal government, they know I'm not guilty. My only guilt is that I'm fighting for my people. And I will fight for it.
For justice.
For justice and fairness and equity everywhere.
Advice to the people of those who are using IPOB to commit crime.
Using IPOB to commit crime is a genius. Yes. It's not part of this family.
Repeat it again.
Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what will be your words to those out there in the East who are killing your
That they are criminals. They are criminals. They are not part of this family. We are called a family for a reason. We've come to save our people, not to enslave them. Anybody conducting any type of activity that contravenes the welfare of our people is a criminal and must be dealt with.
Wait, when you should repeat this one.
Anybody who is involved in any form of criminality, any form of violence or subversion in the name of Biafra is not part of this family. Our family is noble. It's called IPOB. It's all over the world.
So you condemn anything that has to do with killing in the southeast?
Why would I kill violence? People have sacrificed my parents for them. Why would I want to kill any other person after that?
So anybody who's committing crime in the name of IPOB is on his own.
He's a criminal. I've said it. He's a criminal and should be dealt with adequately.
Okay, very much.
Mazi Umeh, I need you to say something before we continue. Go on. It's your turn, please. There we
Mazi Umeh, I think we don't even have much to analyze here because everything is very, very clear to those who want to hear. Because there are people, even though you say the reality, they will not even take it. They will gallivanting, going around, talking rubbish around the corner. So Onyendu have made it categorically clear to everyone who have ears. And before now, Onyendu, we can't forget easily. Let us not forget easily. Onyendu, when ESN established, if you could remember, Simon Epa is somebody that anchored that radio that day, assist Onyendu. And after Onyendu addressed him, he told him, don't allow evil to enter you.
Of course.
He said never. He said never.
Not allow Satan to enter you. Yeah.
And today, that devil entered him. I even pissed off when this guy said when Onyendu comes out that he will come to Finland and see him. I couldn't even breathe. I said, what?
Talk is cheap.
And you won't blame him. Why? That's saying you shouldn't blame him, because those cabals, those man called, they are the one that they gave him the ladder where he climbed today. So,
yeah.
How dare he? But because they're trying to maneuver things along the line, everything turned against them. So what people expect today? Everybody shouting, and remember, ignored this very guy. And I can't really get it. When Onyendu give order, these people will ignore it. Immediately Onyendu gave order, ignore this guy. They ran to Finland because they grab money in Italy. Even people that are not even contributed, dying in this struggle. I saw all of them running like a rat, went to Finland. What did you do? The other one ranting in the street. We are here now. You don't have money. We are here. Are you going there to compete with him about finance? The one you took, are you the one that contributed it? The answer is no. So if you see these guys the way they act, you know that because the reason why they act all this is they act is because they never dream in their life that Onyendu will be alive today. Had it been they know, believe me, they will not take all these steps they took.
No. I said 2015.
But You could remember, either episode 1 or 2, I said it. These particular people called these cabals, they are the species of 2050. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
They are there. But they just pretend, waiting a day like this to come. But this time around, I think it is good to, it is good. What happens, I love it, because if this thing did not happen, we will still carry these people by the side,
Yeah.
move into the war, if there is war.
Yeah. Okay, Mazi.
But God has done it. All of them expose themselves before they.
Let's play the second video of Onyendu, because there are certain things I need to explain and there's things I need to flash. That is succinctly put. Let's listen to you. The reason why I'm doing this, because we have to break it down, and because misconception people are having, and some of them that are trying to shy away from their Onyendu make a general statement. That's why I have clarified on Simon's side. Simon was a pure distraction. I said it from the beginning, because we know all of us came out, and when we found out what they were, we told them no, I'm not interested. Before even this memo came out, we said no, because now we see that they use Simon as an alibi, even though him himself is complicit, because all the money they stole, they were sharing the money, account, all of them were involved. You know, they were in the same camp before they had issue. We all know it's clear. There's nobody to convince us. We know what happened. So we don't want to mention his name, but the reason why I'm saying it tonight, because of what has transpired, and there's something Simon Ekpa tweeted today, which I'm going to show on screen here, with the concluding the video. Now, I'm going to play the next video of Onyendu now before we start to analyze the whole thing altogether.
Then why would I want to kill any other person after that?
Anybody who's committing crime in the name of IPOB is on his
He's a criminal. I've said it. He's a criminal and should be dealt with adequately. Thank you. Okay. N'ihi Biafra onye ahụ onye ohi
ndị Igbo ga-enu ntị o
onye ọbụla pụtara na-ezu ohi na-agba ama na-atụrụ ndị mmadụ na-eme ihe niile ndị a niile kwere na iyi IPOB onye ahụ onye ohi ka ọ IPOB ka mmadụ. We are here to fight for freedom, for justice, equity and fairness. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more, nothing less. And we cannot be cowed by anybody. We are without fear before our enemies. And we speak the truth always. I want all the journalists here arrayed to go and ask them, ask government of Nigeria, what happened to treasonable felons? Where are those charges today?
On 2015.
They've just disappeared because they have no evidence against me. Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what if I said no idiot can try this rubbish. And they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity.
That's correct.
They're making money with it. They know now the Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East and the idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can.
Sir, are you
I'm on the Kanu. Who is the idiot? Robin.
Now, I want to say something here. This is Onyendu's voice. Mazogo, if you remember when they said that Onyendu was cloned, remember? They said this Simon Ekpa. They said it, Onyendu. I have audios of people, what they said in the past, because they think we've forgotten. We don't forget anything. Now, Mazi Umeh kind of have spoken. Yeah? They said that Onyendu is incapacitated. They used the word incapacitated. Onyendu they said that they have poisoned Onyendu. That's nothing they have not said. That's why I say some people watch this video and walk away, but we remind them their words, including Simon himself. The propaganda they carry was because he want to be a leader by force, right? Now, if you want to be somebody, you have to create your own, you have to create your own path. Now, can never ride behind the Juku, never ride behind Wazulike. He hold respect to our internal leader.
No.
And was wicked,
No.
regardless of what was wicked, the Onion say he will not kill was wicked, vulture will eat him. If was wicked came back and confirmed that Mazi Umeh is standing on the path of the truth. The reason why I'm saying this tonight, people must know when to stop and when not to. They said Onyendu was incapacitated, that Onyendu has been cloned, that Onyendu has been poisoned. This is the propaganda they have carried. The monk himself came out and said they have poisoned Mazi Umeh. There's no sickness in the world you have not ascribed Onyendu. When it comes to medical, it's personal. That's why I'm hammering on this. And now, when somebody, I think it's the DSS, somebody mentioned Simon Ekpa, they expect Mazi Umeh, now they think he's a Jimakona, he's telling Mazi Umeh, so he's a Jimakona telling you all the things he's been saying to address the press. No. You expect Mazi Umeh to mention Simon Ekpa on a press release. As what? As who? Is that what you're thinking? That Onyendu will come openly? I'm telling you, you have sent message to him, written note, and asked his insubordinate for never ever responded to this individual. And I think you respond to him with your common sense. You think he will respond to him? Did Mazi Umeh respond to 3-4 or Omiomio? The only time Mazi Umeh mention Omiomio after 2018 when he came out was when he was addressed Nasser Dokubo. I know some of you don't remember. Some of you came under, some of you that had calls, I don't even know your ref from you. I'm reminding you now. Onyendu never, even Imam Mez, let Imam Mez that is Onyendu's. Only part that know Mazi, go and listen to Radio Biafra from 2013, 14, 15. If Barrister did not come on, Onyendu will not start program.
Exactly.
Man that lives in Enfield here, stone throw from my house. Onyendu never talked about Imam Mez. Imam Mez died. Never mentioned his name. And he talked about Simon. Some of you need to learn a lesson. Understand how things work here, especially your member of IPOB. He expect, and people are saying, oh, Jimako telling him not to speak. Is a Jimako not telling him what to do? He's his lawyer. And sometimes you guide him when he wants to say things that is inappropriate because he's the one that is one legally, he's the only voice he has there. And the Jimako have dealt with this issue before. By passing the message to Simon Ekpa, anything you're doing, you must stop and not mention Mazi Umeh name is on record. And it's official. I will stop you there. I want you to finish. For those that are asking questions, wow, including Simon, including you that said that Ejimako said, nobody says. Onyendu is there, saying it with his own mind, making his own statement, unscripted as our leader was. But now it's now done on all of you that Mazi Umeh is still alive. So everybody.
No, don't. No, man. No,
What is it?
Can you tell us the ongoing killings in the East in the name of IPOB? What is your stand on that?
Anybody involved in any form of violence or insecurity in the Southeast,
In the name of IPOB.
in the name of IPOB, is a gunner, and they know it.
It's on his own.
Let me come out of this nonsense, this mess. 2 minutes.
Do you know what the word means? He said, "Is a gunner." Some of you understand that word? I don't think you understand. Chike doesn't might understand the word. Chike doesn't know. Chike doesn't know. You see, I will flash what they have written today because I told them they will explain until they run out of explanation.
Yeah.
We understand the word. They are all gunner. Who are these men to compare to the caliber men we have in 2015 in the US? Tell me. These are remnants. These are diapers. Chikedozium was a remnant. He's a diaper. For crying out loud. We talk about men. When men was there, you have to give it to them. But when they've messed up and we see how we treated them, I happen to be the first person who block on Facebook. The same thing that happened, we never back down because we know what we're fighting for. It's on record.
Minutes only.
There'll be peace.
Only 2 minutes, I guarantee you.
And tranquility.
And there'll be peace in the East. Not just Southeast. Everywhere in the East, if not the entire South. Huh?
Yes.
No, I want the hand. One here.
Okay, now the main thing here, a bunch of context. Onyendu didn't mention Simon Ekpa and this and that, and Onyendu say, "Who is that bagger?
Yes.
Who is that bagger that is uttering his authorities in the east?" Onyendu give order. A question we want to ask tonight is this: take Simon out of equation. Take Simon Ekpa out of this now. You see, this particular statement is a general statement. Simon Ekpa is inclusive. He himself, the message is clear to him. Now, that is obvious. But let's come back to IPOB. Who encountered Mazi Umeh's order first? And now I want to play the video.
Message keep on coming.
No, we're not going to that. We're not going to the message keep on coming. God. Let's listen to the man that claimed that he's the second in command. His word to Mazi Umeh. Before you start trying to distract people with Simon Ekpa. Mazi Umeh, I keep on saying, Simon doesn't owe Onyendu any explanation. I'm telling you the truth. But if he have two balls, when Mazi Umeh can come out, then he will show us where that ball is. That's all I have to say. Let's keep that on that day. But let's listen to the person, the architect of where we are today. And I said it from the beginning, we'll never put our guards down. Listen to it. He took responsibility. That is whom you should be pointing your finger. Stop mentioning Simon, because it's a distraction to us.
The key player of disobey order.
And I asked our people, those that I had discussion, I said, but what is the reason? They don't want to give any reason why we should suspend it. And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really. It's not the strongest excuse to give Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not. I don't come on air and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going.
After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit-at-home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit-at-home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this?
Now, this is the reason why I play this audio tonight, is to, to solidify people that are doubting Thomas is out there. Simon Ekpa have his own fair share, but Mazi Umeh can come out from prison today. He never gave Simon any position in IPOB to hold. He never gave him any duty care in IPOB, is on record. Whatever he's doing is the alibi that they created. Now, who was the first person that disobeyed Mazi Umeh? Even after they disobeyed Onyendu still sending message to them. The same Chinasa, the faceless monk, confirmed that Onyendu was sending message that everybody was reluctant to call off that sit at home at that initial stage before Fireone ever take advantage of it. So Mazi Nankan made a statement. He wanted expecting to call Simon Ekpa while you, who committed a crime, are there. How naive could you be? Now, Mazi, you can say something. I will be flashing stuff. You know, they're on their meltdown. These individuals, they're on their meltdown. Because now, you see, men are equal are men fallacy. Now they have realized that, you know, all those shoulder nagging they are nagging is because you mention Mazi Nankan whenever you go. But when people understand that you have been disassociated from Mazi Nankan, you understand. I have some of you said Onyendu drive his energy from some of you ranting on the. Listen to me. Onyendu never begged any of us to join. Mazi Nankan say only 100 men. You know a day like this will come because we have so many domicile men. He understood it. He doesn't need you. Mark my word somewhere. Because the era has changed. The era we are now is the now 100 men. And it have to be pure. And some people that understand, they know people that standing on the ground that we are sworn on oath. Mazi, make your comment. I'll be flashing things here, you know, for abundance of doubt.
Yeah, Mazi, you know, the vegetable himself, called Dozemu, is the key player of insubordination. There's no two ways about it. To me, the message Onyendu dish out this time around, direct key player, which is Chike Dozemu.
Nobody else. Nobody else.
Imagine Chike Dozemu asking Onyendu to give him the reason. The day he mentioned that I couldn't breathe, I said, this thing's good. I called somebody, I said, you see this statement this man made is going to backfire him. I told somebody before they create more, and I'm assuring him, he's the one that they say that the time he will come for me, that nobody will save me. Today, I'm asking Chike Dozemu, all this nonsense, all this naive you created on your fingertips, who is going to save you now? Because everything is, and I'm urging all those morons created around him to listen tonight. If you couldn't listen to it tomorrow, honest, go and listen to it very well, because these people have done on a pardonable stand in this struggle. I can assure you that. Look at what somebody called himself after Mazi Nankan is the one in charge. You are asking him to give. Oh, in fact, yeah. If you listen to these people, you begin to wonder which kind of brain they have. Something a primary school boy cannot do. You call yourself. In fact, these people they're not supposed to be here. To be honest with you,
I want to flash one or two things before I play. There's a video I want to play. Let me start with this. Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, I see some of you saw this particular receipt.
Yeah.
Like our leader said, IPOB has 4 cardinal. What propel us will have 4 cardinal points in IPOB. Very, very important. Yeah. Number 1 is you must be fearless before your enemy. And you must speak the truth at all times, even if you lead to your death. You must help the poor and be of a good character. May bless you. That means you speak the truth. It doesn't matter who he was. And that is one thing that gives me joy, that I will stand on the path of the truth. It doesn't matter who you are. You won't change us because we know who we are. Now, I want to flash this to you. This is a receipt that Chike Dozemu and his gang of criminal created. Now, ask yourself question. They say ESN funds ready support. You ask them which ESN they're talking about. Is it the dead man squad they created to kill our people? Because Onyendu just told you the 4 cardinal point of IPOB. Who started blackmailing people first in IPOB after the kidnap Onyendu? We never discuss about our affair in Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is where we commune. The world listen to Radio Biafra. University come to Radio Biafra to learn until they bastardize Radio Biafra. Today, they are begging for money when they destroy the structure finance of IPOB. Single-handedly. Now they say ESN fund fundraising support. Your support is crucial to our Biafra freedom. Ask them which freedom are they fighting? Where their leader is in prison, they did nothing. Please, we are humbly requesting your support for Eastern Security Network. There is no Eastern Security. They don't support it. These are criminals. I want you to know this today. Not one man can from. These people are criminals. They are all the same. Because when they destroyed, when they embarked on the suicide of all the money they stole from my people, it's 747,000 America created Umeh their account. All the money have stolen. In UK here, what I'm privy to about 60,000. On goes on. Italy, they stole everywhere. Germany. Ask them to come and account for the money. They won't account for it. But they're still asking for money. It's very, very important, you know. Onyendi is alive because some of you will say, had I known. And I will say one thing to you. You see, in life, you know, I think Catholics said it. You say you're running, we're in a heavy race. The day you stop, all the things you've done in the past now become a history. It's like you're paying life insurance. The day you break it, all the money you pay all these years is gone. It's like you're studying for being a lawyer. If you couldn't finish your law, if you couldn't submit your certification, at the end of the day, you wouldn't get a degree. There's nothing you study without finishing it, you get a degree. As an IPOB member, if you stop halfway, if you stop contributing, you are no longer IPOB member. I want to make it clear to all of you. And some of you say you don't know where to contribute money. Like we said, the only IPOB that is attached to Mazi Umeh of today, that you can see visibly, you want to have a direct contact, as I am here at George Umeh in UK, or through our Biafra radio, is not brag, as Mazogro is. We're strategic in the countries we are in. The rest of people you see, these are a bunch of criminals. I don't care which era you belong to, because they cannot account for the money. None of them, the people, the other side, how many times have they fought for money? Where is your need of Febu today? Where is Madam Azuka? All these things is money. Where is Bridget? Where is all these women? All these things is because of money. And Onyebi said it, that since after the war, they created the Igbo Union. Anything Igbo people raise, once they share money there, the thing will go on oblivion. And that's what they bought in. That's when you warn that our men should go far from our money. Some of you didn't understand why our leader was crying. But thank God that Mazi Umeh has spoken. Now, all of you are waking up from your slumber. I want to flash some couple things here. I want to flush that mail down. This one is here. I saw Kanutakan responded to these people, this so-called Human Rights Association of Nigeria. They're talking about Ejiofor. And I asked you, who was there before Ejiofor? Obeta was there. Ejiofor and Ozekome sabotage IPOB is on record. There's no two ways about it. And Kanutakan tweeted it, so I know you get the message. Very important. And today I saw them writing that Chinyere Sanwo-Olu is a ghost. Ghost is a monk. And it's very pathetic. And you are worshiping the ghost. Shows how demented all of you are. I want to flash all those. All this thing I'm flashing it, Maz, before we move forward. We're going to flash it. I can't responded to them here today for the media war. I need to put it here. I said, this is for the recharge card media worms. I have to read it to allow me. I'm having fun. And their leadership. They have no knowledge of history. Stop being lazy. Do your homework and stop wasting your time yapping nonsense on Facebook. Do you know what conflict of interest is all about? This man called Ozekome collected 80,000 from IPOB, claiming he's his son, but went to collect a commander of Niger, CON from Buhari at the back. Ejiofor was busy state managing people to attack his home, so he will sue Nigerian government for 100 million, 200 million, become a millionaire overnight. Some of you never think about all this. Because Binta Yako, on this last sitting, sees something she never saw before. She's quoting law, claiming that she be respected. How can you respect you when you are indulging in crime? Why would you revoke Mazi Umeh bail when you know it's illegal? That alone, that's why Ejiofor used the word of agitating. They are agitating because you know you're breaking the law. Even Supreme Court have ruled which you're supposed to humbly do the job you're supposed to do, but you're playing games with it. They decorated him. Asked him, commander of Niger, of what? What did he do before he joined IPOB? He said he joined IPOB legal team in January 2022. And this was given to him on October. Barely 8 months. What did he do before they gave him this particular award? Other than what he's been doing before? Have they given it before? The answer is no. Some of you need to understand the word of conflict of interest. And that is why you see Ejimako has been standing, because that's what they call, don't allow your sentiment to override your intelligence. Even if you are sympathetic to what we are doing, you don't mix it with your, like they say, don't mix business with pleasure. When you come to your profession, you become professional and abide on the code of conduct that guides you. Very, very important. Now, I want to see a couple of things before we move forward. Now, this is one slave says that he's not opposing Mazi Umeh anymore. Okay. Okay, now IPOB 6 Cano's release over poor health. Okay. He didn't give us the report of his health condition anymore. Okay. Thank you very much. I get it. Mazi, if you go near now, if you go near, you see it. Now he's tweeting. Now he's not writing episode anymore. He's not writing memo anymore. Now he's seeking. He's not opposing anymore. Where is he more powerful? Has he finished? Has his ink finished yet? We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. Now let's see what they said about the dead man walk. This one says it's Biafra tweet. I don't know who is behind it. Say, what message do you have for Mazi Edoziem, the IPOB head of Directorate of State? He's in the coffin. He's a gunner, and you know it. There's no message for him. And this is the update from Ejimako. And finally, I'm going to play a video, or this video, for a reason. What this guy said. And this is what Simon posted. That's why. And the reason why I'm reading this is because he himself is playing double standard, and we will not give him that space any longer. Anything that have to do with him, just no like more. When he want to play a game with the illegal team, he got one tweet and he have to go into his shell. All this mind game you guys are playing is not going to work this time around. None of you know what is happening between Mazi and Nandekan. None of you have contact with, including Simon. If you're lying to your followers, know that all of you are baboons. You don't have any contact with Mazi and Nandekan. If you have, come and say it this night. This is not words about it. Because we're not leaving any stone unturned this time around. You guys have done enough. The damage has been done. So this idiot says something. I'm going to play, but this is what Simon tweeted. He said, I am posting his video finally. He made it to our X page on late night because he addressed me by name and not Eberima as usual. His head and brain is getting reset. Please tell him that it is too early to cry like this. He should save some cry for when MMK will be out. So now, Simon, MMK will come out. He's no longer delusional. Simon, this direct question to you. So Onyenduna is not cloned anymore. Onyendu is not incapacitated anymore. All of you are the same. You guys need to be careful. I'm playing this. I'm showing this for a reason. Now, I want to play. I'm going to play Benjamin Imadbugu first. Yeah, I'm going to play his video. Then I want to talk about his video, what he said on the video. Let's listen to Benjamin Imadbugu went to see Onyendu and came out and talking nonsense. He went to Abuja. They sent him there. He didn't go. He was outside. He can't get into the court. The baboon can't get into that chimpanzee can't get into the court. But I want to play him here. You can see how imbecilic and how uncultured and imbecilic he is because he thinks he's shouting. I'm not that tall person, but I know when to shut my mouth off, right? But you could see how guilty this guy is because now Benjamin Imadbugu has now become the how could I put him? Because he doesn't belong anywhere. He's a bat. They have left him behind. Now all of them are hiding.
Mazi,
Go on, Mazi.
I think position he found himself now is the position he found himself now is one word. Is one word.
Go on.
He's having two masters at a time. Then automatically he become a jack of all trade. Master of none. There's no two ways about it. It's very good name for him. Jack of all trade, master of none.
Of course, I agree with you, Mazi. Mazi Umeh, it's good having you here. Like I said, I'm having fun. I don't even care. Let's listen to
Our Media International.
If you are not IPOB, you are not fighting for Biafra. Also, the reason why IPOB are the two. Also, the reason why he named it. I didn't look at two leaders. One leader.
You see how uncultured this guy is. He's interrupting Meme. The same thing happened when Meme was talking on Biafra radio. The same thing he was doing. He's trying to force himself, and you see how people make him look like a stupid idiot. Excuse my language, but what he was doing. This guy knew what happened. Even when Onyendu they disobeyed Onyendu, he was in the meeting. He was in privy to everything that happened. He went to see Onyendu and he came out. He said, Onyendu is angry with DOS. He couldn't tell them the truth. But he can see him here. You want to mention Simon? Simon, you're mentioning. You people were with Simon. You people are doing the same. You want to divert attention to Simon. You're not mentioning Chikedoze because Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa doesn't owe Onyendu any explanation. Yeah. I'm saying it again. As he claimed that he's Onyendu's disciple. Entirely up to him. Him go answer that to Onyendu, not me. But I will analyze him where I need to analyze him. But you can see how this guy is like acting like a lunatic. People there, look at how they messed him up there.
That's not only the government. Because all this crime, I know what I'm saying.
Let us hear. You expect your feelings. Let us tell us.
Look at how he exonerated IPO. Personal IPO is called one family. Yes. Because he's a family who cannot. He made it clear. That is simple. Okay.
God, all the things he's directing is Simon Ekpa government has nothing to do with you. If whatever he's doing it on his own detriment, what is your problem? The IPOB they left to you guys couldn't handle it. So why is that your issue? I don't understand. But I just want to see.
Okay. No, I know what I'm saying. It cannot be closed.
Okay, for this guy, Benjamin Umadibu, what?
See, as they dragged him out like a spoke.
Yeah. His own deed, we have his record, but it's just like he's quite irrelevant, right? We have his own deed in Biafra land. He doesn't live in his village anymore. He's in Abuja now. He ran away. You know what he did in the east and run away to Abuja? He's shouting. But I'll leave it there. Now let's forget about him. I just want to point it out because Meme, it's like we cry more than the brave. Meme is his elder brother that is in prison. He come down to explain and he's shouting like a mad dog, shows that you are complicit. Alone, you are being agitated, mean that there's something wrong with you. You're not real. He's asking if Onyendu say in the court because he can't come into the court. What would he come into the court and do? Yeah, you're not allowed there. Mazi, let's listen to this guy. There's something he said I want to talk about before we try to wind down. Very important.
It is the way it is. As it stands now, Aloy Ejimako is the lead counsel of Mazi Umeh. There's no two ways about it. We don't have to lie.
Unbelievable.
After Aloy Ejimako take over with the lies and deceit from propaganda, they have already go to Mazi Umeh and begin to lie to him.
So when Ejiofor become IPOB lead counsel, he went to lie to Onyendu before we remove Obete. Okay, man. That's what happened.
Just imagine.
That's what happened. So let's reverse it that Ejiofor came through the back door. So he lied to Onyendu what Obete was doing. So let's take that one. There's something he said I want to comment on. Very important.
Simon Ekpa had been taken over, and he wrote it on his Twitter handle. But some of them come to attack him. Because sometimes he will do something, they won't want him to come and claim it. But being who he is, he will claim it. It does not matter what you said, he will come and claim it. Let me see if I have that the write-up of Simon Ekpa and see how they were attacking him. But I will prove to you people that.
But don't get me wrong, go. Is this guy still in Germany? Because if you look at this guy is like one. It's not this guy is not gone mental. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, what is going on? I have to laugh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Simon Ekpa is in charge. There's no two ways about it. And I will tell you people that Aloy Ejimako knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Okay, I want to stop him there. You see, this is the propaganda they're carrying on. Simon Ekpa tried to think he's smart. He caught this one now and giving his chipichiri followers. Simon Ekpa, you're not in charge of anything. You're in charge of whatever you're doing. You're not in charge of anything. You're not even close to Onyendu. Let it be known. I'm saying it here, very clear. We have to make this abundantly clear because I know why he cut off this place and post it in his Twitter. He's in charge of what? Ejimako and Simon Ekpa. When Ejimako brought, maybe the next program I'm going to do, I will bring the audios and videos. Because Simon couldn't find anything against Ejimako. He wasn't a Ejiofor. Because he tried, he couldn't. Before Ejimako brought the conversation between him when he was asking that he wanted to have access to a Enugu state governor. Ejimako is a special counsel to him before he becomes lead counsel. He's not in charge. Simon Ekpa has got nothing to do with what illegality does. And he can't say, because if you give him money to him based on say Onyendu, he has got no communicate with anyone because Ejimako is the one. And you know what? Between Ejimako is not blocking Onyendu to speak about Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is dead and buried. He doesn't need to mention his name because he's not part of what Onyendu is doing. That is the fundamental reason why I can say categorically. So I understood the game they're playing here because they have run with this. That's why I read his tweet first and brought this video. I don't want to talk about this guy, but when I listened to this 1 minute, 40-something minute video, he said Simon Ekpa is in charge. In charge of what? If I may ask you. And you see how naive all of them are. Now you have accepted that Ejimako is the lead counsel. And that is the case. Case closed. So everybody now should back up at the end of the day. But the reason why I address this is when he says Simon Ekpa is in charge. In charge of what? You need to be clear on your words. You know? Because when Onyendu send a direct message to Simon Ekpa asking what to do, Simon never come into his platform to honor the word of our leader. They say it's not Onyendu handwriting. Onyendu has spoken now, but he will be running around through the back door playing hide and seek. We don't want none of that nonsense because we face things squarely. Doesn't matter who is involved. You know, we don't say don't never respond to him. We will not respond to him. But when it comes to something like this, that is very crucial. It has to be addressed. I'm addressing this particular thing that when he meant being in charge of what? That kind of word shouldn't come out of your mouth because I know you're naive. But I want to see it finish before Mazi, before we conclude. Yeah.
Doing. And Aloy Ejimako can never condemn Simon Ekpa. He can never. And
you see how stupid this guy is? Aloy Ejimako had delivered. Why would he condemn Simon? He doesn't have any business with Simon. He delivered message to Onyendu. They have gone back and forth that went viral. And it ended there. And that is why he shouldn't mention his name because it's quite irrelevant. It's done legally. Anything Simon is doing is on him, is on his shoulder, and he knew that. And Onyendu have made a general statement. The orchestrator of what happened in Biafra and the Chike Doziem is on record. Very important. So you don't need to mention his name. Ejimako is not a Jofor that is dilly-dallying and who doesn't know his boundaries, doesn't know the code of conduct that guides the law. No. Ejimako, even Mintayako and so-called Sam in that hot sitting that they understand that Ejimako is not a product of Nigeria because they understood, he know what he was saying. That is why Bintayago have to excuse herself for 20 minutes because he never seen any heated argument like that before in her life. And she have to excuse herself. So some of you that are talking, you need to understand that the man you're referring to is not in your own caliber. He do things quite differently. His tweet is very more constructive that when he says things, you don't have to write episode. Two paragraph or 3 paragraphs, use everything. And you go and even a layman will understand what that means. You don't have to write. That's what it's concisive. Very, very important. And that is why it's the special council and not elite council. We don't need any SAM higher than a job. What is SAM? It's ceremonial. What did the Ezekomen do? Ezekomen, the only was still Ezekomen was in Miami dancing at Alabanco. Why the Joe first one and advert while he's there is a SAM there? What did he do? Absolutely nothing. So please excuse us. But like I said, let's finish this, Mazi. Very important.
Going to prove it. And then Nemeka, they don't know what Nemeka has no idea what.
Anyway, the main purpose I put it here is for one reason why all the things he's saying is quite inconsequential. It doesn't really hold any waters. Yeah, Mazi. I don't know if this is a video or something.
The Power Media International.
Self-determination. Self-determination.
Okay, I'm going to close it here, Maz, before you give your final remarks. Now, this is the interview Ejimako gave even when he was in lead council. You're going to listen to Ejimako and listen to Ejiofor and understand who is actually a professional lawyer. And this is a short video before we close, please.
Nation is not regarded as a crime in any nation of the world, including Nigeria, under Article 20 of Nigerian law. That's the African Charter, Article 20. Now, Kenya has a companion law. United Nations has a companion law. So when you take anybody to any court in any country in the world, and you tell that court, I want him in my country because he wants Biafra, they will tell you to go to hell. You're a kidnapper extraordinary, whether you are government or not. You're a rogue. You should not try anybody in court for wanting to not to belong, for wanting a separate nation. That's how Nigeria was founded, for God's sake, in 1960. Is it not? It's self-determination. That was how Midwest region was created in 1963. Is it not? That's how Nigeria lost Southern Cameroons to Cameroon. Is it not? Is that called referendum or plebiscite? And that's how Nigeria gained Adamawa, the former Southern province of Cameroons, into northern Nigeria. So why should that of Biafra be different? It's only a crime in Nigeria. IPOB is only a terrorist organization in Nigeria, but not a terrorist organization all over the world. That needs to tell you folks something. That is why Nigeria dodged and went by night, ambushed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and kidnapped him. We cannot take a government to criminal court and jail a government, but we can call a government to answer to the civil courts of this country. There are courts in this country, so Nigerian government must answer to this court. Like I argued before the court.
Any message coming out from,
and everything he said here, he did it. I think he was addressing that in the Umuahia. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
You know, the gut he has and being precise, you know, as a special counsel, giving details of what. Listen to this, Mr. Caro, what he said, a lawyer. Listen to him, please, before we close.
It's coming out from Nnamdi Kanu. I want to say it today. If I write any word, I'm saying this because I know that tomorrow somebody will record what I'm saying now and keep it for him to see. Any message coming out from him, from me, but this mouth, writing update, it's coming out from him. Don't add, don't subtract. I don't even subtract. So I encourage people to pay attention to my updates. I'm Nnamdi Kanu most trusted. Go and write it down. I am his most trusted. Most trusted.
That's an unprofessional statement of the highest order. Unprofessional. You lost your job instantly. Most trusted as well.
This guy.
And let me say this to you, Mazi. The day even though I have doubt on him, but we don't just penalize people. But the day I had this thing, I said that this guy is the #1 suspect. This is the rat that is biting us and blowing us at the same time. And today he has proven himself. Mazi, I'll give you the stage to say just go round and round and say whatever you want to say. Then before we'll give closing remarks and close. I think we've done justice for this evening. This is specific, like I said, we'll break it down to a layman perspective and what has transpired. And for those that have confusion on what has gone wrong, including Monyendu, I think we've done better. So, Mazi, the stage is yours, please.
Mazi, thank you very much for your tenacity and the doggedness. Because I've said it before now. Without people like you people stand tall, by now, somebody like me would have go and rest because I can't stand with this cabals.
Oh,
Not that because they are tough, not that because they are tough, but I saw them, they don't have anything upstairs to deliver. And for those of you Biafrans around the world, we must encourage this family, as Israel Okokano, because without these people, without the siblings, if you like, you take it. If you don't like, you go and hung transformer near you. If you ignore these siblings, my brother, you are even more than, you are worse than devil. I can assure you that. Because if you are in their position, you will do the same. Unless if you be born to be sabotage, unless if you born to be evil, that's only when you will ignore what they are doing. So this broadcast this night, I want you to share it all over the place because some people have followed these people sheepishly and they are regretting. Some are crying inside, but you will know. But we are here to tell you, our leader have spoken because some people saying that he's cloned. If Nnamdi Kanu let him come out and they give order. These aren't. Where are those people now? 32 TT, where are they? So, Mazi, I think you have done justice this night. And I will address our people. Please, 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 do not involve yourself in maybe you let us follow the crowd. I don't believe in crowd. I believe in quality. I believe in quality. Even some of you here in Italy hearing me tonight, you know what me and you people battled here. And I warned you before the time that what you people are doing, you people are on the wrong track. But because maybe some of you love to be in power, which you cannot even deliver, you involve yourself in the almighty mess now. As you can see, it's not me saying it. You can see that you are now in almighty mess because Onyendi is here again, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Very soon now you will see, because you guys are not God. You are not Chukwu is in charge. So whatever you think you may do, maybe good things are coming on the way, should not come, my brother. You are just beating about the bush. So go now and retreat your steps, because you have fallen apart. You have fallen apart. There's nothing you can do about it, unless by now you start doing what you're supposed to do. There is time for you to repent. Let me just advise those ones that they are saying that they confuse them, because Mazi Umeh, I'm hearing from some people say that some people confuse them, but you that are saying that they confused you, now is your opportunity to do the needful. If
always give
you
excuses.
still flowing, or you are not white, you are not black, then I don't know what you are trying to form. So everything I make it clear now. Onyendu has spoken, and you know where you belong. Automatically you are on the wrong side if you are with the Kabas, because Kabas, they don't have anything to offer, and their chapter is closed. It doesn't matter. Some of them are now went exile. You see? So, my brothers and sisters, tonight we may come again, maybe on due time, if Mazi Umeh is ready, because you know all of us here in Italy. I may not be there next time. One of us may be there, because we are go and I here. So, for you looking at us this night, share this program and go and listen it over and over and over again and make use of your number 6. You are a human being, you are not an animal. All these voices we played here, not Umeh formed it, not me formed it, not any of the handcalls formed it. It's your cabals. And I've said it time without number. These cabals created this monster. These monsters are going to turn around and they consume you. You just wait and see now. They have been now turning around, saying one after the other, saying things you are not even expected them to say. And there's nothing you can do about it. And as I told Mazi Italo is the last. He issued memo in Italy. He didn't issue any memo again because I told him that Italo is your last bus stop. Italo is your last bus stop, and that's how it's ends. So this one that are turning around now saying one thing or the other, will you issue memo to them? You are nowhere to be found now. Where are you? You are nowhere to be found. Because I'm continuing.
He's on his basement in Switzerland.
Mazi Umeh, I'm continuing saying it. The word Onyendu said goes direct to Dozem, whether he like it or not. Direct.
Of course.
Because he's the one that created the mayhem.
Yeah.
And there's no way to deny it. So, fellow Biafrans, we are going to wind down here tonight. And I say, may Chukwu bless all of you, keep you, give you strength, give you more knowledge to reason like a human being. Do not say, let me do my friend do, because if you continue doing that, you're not going to get it easy. So please do the needful at the right time. Thank you and bless all of you.
Thank you. You're a good man. Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, it is quite imperative. I just saw this and I said before I go, we had 500 million the other day, and now Kanan just tweeted this. He said, a joke of century. Official VAT, Yusuf Buchi Magaji, DG of DSS, cash out 800 million naira any day. Mazi Umeh cannot appear in court. Nigeria is in shambles. As you can see, that is why we must appreciate. They know who Mazi Umeh is. So, for some of you that are thinking that you're relevant, because why? They understand whom they are holding. I said it before. Mazi Umeh, they can spend 1 billion. It's entirely up to them. What we know is that our leader is going to come out. You see the kind of money that they pushing out. Every sector is cashing out. This is what Soludo saw. What Onyendu proposed, house arrest, is what Soludo proposed. All hell let loose. All the cabal went after Soludo, including Ejiofor, because all of them are making money. When Ejiofor was there, this money, all of them are sharing it. Because Ejiofor connived with DSS, not even to bring Onyendu to whatever, to court. But now they have no excuses. Now they are collecting money. And the soldier Gaban allowed this to be happening. 800 million. So on the 17th of April again, they're going to pay 800 million. Whereas they don't have money. I just say, let me flash it to you to understand where we are at this point in time. On Chukwu will continue to bless our leader. And one thing I will tell you, I'm going to be leaving the studio, but before I go, like my colleague have said, might give some of you understanding and wisdom to follow to make a right decision. It is not something that come ordinarily. You have to be in the right mind and right senses for you to navigate. And some of us that joined the struggle know why we joined. We didn't join out of sight or someone convinced us. We had a voice, and that voice is Mazi Umeh's voice. Nothing changes, and nothing personal. I don't have any personal grudges as an individual. See you on the road, I will greet you as a comrade, and I have got nothing against you. The only thing I'm against is just like when they will employ you at work and sack you tomorrow, you see your manager, you're not going to go and fight him. Probably wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. You have to suck it up and move on. And that's the reality of life. So Joffo was employed and he failed and he's gone. And because he couldn't do what he asked him to do. Some of you claiming that you are confused. I don't know why you're confused. But the truth is that Mazi Umeh has spoken. And I will indulge you tonight. Some of you want to hear Nigerian government is spending 800 million. Who is paying our lawyer? Who is feeding Mazi Umeh? How is taking care of his medical? Who is paying the lawyers? Have you sat down and asked yourself that question? Because the cabal hijacked IPOB fund. Now they are begging, they are literally begging, because none of the governors are talking to them anymore. Now they're trying to use ESN to extort money from people, lying up and down. All these things are fallacy. It's not going to wash. People are not buying that jargon anymore. You can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, the truth stands. It's only truth that can stand the test of time. Like I said, this evening was to break it down to the both side of the aisle. Every of you need to be very careful and focus on whatever group you form. Good luck to you. But please, make sure you are not including Mazi Umeh in it. Because Onyendu have made legally and Onyendu have said it, you can hear. So you shouldn't say you wasn't aware, because you guys claim Onyendu is incapacitated. Onyendu has been cloned. But now, when you listen to our leader and listen to yourself, tell me who is more coherent. All of you put together. All of you put together. You and our leader, who is more coherent. Very, very important if you answer that question to yourself. So like I said, I'm going to leave all of you. May Chukwu Kabama continue to guide and protect. Most importantly, to guide and protect our leader and his entire household and IPOB worldwide. And restore peace in Biafra land as those evil men that orchestrated it. But most importantly, this is the phase we must pass before we get to the promised land. For me from here, it's good evening from London. There were no much.